All right, another week down. Um, this was another busy week with work. I had a couple of patient talks, and I think it went well. I think it was good improvement. I still think that I could improve even more from week to week. I don't think I've hit my even hit my stride yet, but as far as being able to improve to the maximum potential. But my biggest struggle right now is getting enough sleep. I know that's my biggest hindrance right now. When you don't get enough sleep, then it's hard to be in a good mood. When you get in a bad mood, you're uncomfortable. It's harder to diet. It's harder to stick to the diet. You're more like I said, you're more uncomfortable throughout the day. So anyway, that for me, sleep is huge. I do so much better on diets and in training and all that when my nervous system is rested. Which, by the way, is something that's not talked about enough in bodybuilding magazines and such. The importance of the nervous system in your ability to grow muscle, to build muscle, I should say, build muscle, and lose body fat. Right now, I'm starting to kick up a supplement that I use during this time of year, and it's called St. John's wort. The amazing thing about this herb, you've heard of it. It's kind of, they use it as a substitute for an antidepressant drug. But the amazing thing about St. John's wort is the fact that St. John's wort is also antiviral. It's very few people ever talk about that property of it. And I've been fighting this kind of sinus infection, congestion, and I'm okay. But yesterday I did legs, and it just, again, it was one of those things. I can't breathe. And I'm just in between sets. It's not that I've got so much pain in the muscle, or the lactic acid buildup. That's not the case. I can deal with that just fine. What's hard for me is when I can't breathe. I'm trying to catch my breath, and it's hard to work out when obviously there's no oxygen there. So I ramped up the St. John's wort to help with that, in case this is a viral thing. It's also something that's, I think, gone to my digestive system, because I'm kind of having more loose stools, almost bordering on diarrhea. It's not. I know it's not normal for me, so it's just it's that uneasy kind of bloated feeling. So whatever it is, it's hard to get rid of. But luckily, it's not to the point where I can't work out. And I'd say I'm maybe at 95% full intensity in the gym, so it hasn't played an impact as far as my intensity. It's more so just, again, being able to breathe and keep up during the workout in between sets. I told you that training with Mike Davies, my trainer, is a lot about that fast pace he keeps up to get you in shape. So this isn't the best type of training when you can't breathe. But anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at this week as far as recap of how the week's gone. I'm 6 weeks out, well, a little less than 6 weeks out, because we'll be competing on Friday. So I'm actually 5 weeks and 6 days out. There's something I wanna just make really clear at this point, and I just I don't want to be misunderstood as when filming this journey and this quest for the Arnold. I don't want to be thought of as someone who thinks he's arrived. I'm by no means um, the guy that's you know, who thinks, you know, I'm something great or special. You know, I'm competing at an amateur level. I think the value in what we're doing here is in sharing what is applicable to anybody. I mean, there could be some IFBB pros that are watching this that I feel confident are going to get some stuff out of these videos. You know, I'm astounded all the time when I've got almost every bodybuilding video out there, from the Mr. Olympia to the contenders, and I'm astounded by what some of these guys do, what they eat, sometimes their form, you know. And it's not that you know, I think I know more than they do, but some things are just, you know, when you're adding barbecue sauce to your chicken, you know, 3-4 weeks out from a show, you know, that's probably not the best thing, you know. And so and though someone like that might do very well, you can only imagine how well they would do if they did some things that are better, that are obviously wrong. So so from that perspective, I want to offer to you that even if you're someone who is at the national level, you're doing a lot better than I do. You're someone who's obviously more along this game than I am. I still think that there's some things for you to learn from this. So I just wanted to make that clear. And with that, just also emphasize the fact that for me, this show is looking the best I've ever looked before. It's, you know, it's not a thing about like, oh, I want to, you know, this is a quest to be #1 at the Arnold Amateur. You know, that's, if you saw, when you see the competition, you'll know that that's a far-fetched dream. But for me, this quest is, again, achieving something that I've never achieved. This competition is against, you know, there's just one enemy. It's myself. You know, every time that I want to dig into my daughter's organic granola, or I want to, I don't know, yesterday I made her some mac and cheese and with some tuna in it, and man, it was hard scooping that out, scooping the extra, the leftovers, and putting it in a Tupperware container and putting it into the refrigerator. You know, and I almost had to walk myself and like visualize me doing that without licking the spoon or the spatula. So it's that's where I'm at. You know, that's how tempted I am. So so yeah, it's for me. It's the game is resisting that to be the best that I've ever been. So hopefully that that explains a little bit of it, because you know, I think we have something to offer for the person that's never competed before, especially. But I think we have plenty to offer the person who has competed, that's even at the national level, or even some pros. You know, I'm astounded what some pros don't know, because of the fact that they're so genetically blessed that they didn't have to pull out all the stops to get to where they are. And you know, they get to a certain point where their genetics take them, and from that point on, it's hard work, just like me, just like someone who's not genetically blessed like I am. So again, this is by no means you know, a way to excuse a poor performance or anything like that. I just want to make sure you guys know what goes on in this process, what the purpose of these videos are, and hopefully you're picking up a lot. Okay, so enough of that. I'm going to weigh myself and pose. I told you I had a little bit of, you know, that whatever it is that I've got going on went down to my stomach, and I think I'm a little dehydrated. I've been drinking a lot of water. Borderline flat a little bit. Last night I got up to pee a bunch of times. I don't know what that's about, but so we'll see how that goes. And then later on, I'm really excited because today is the first day of posing practice. It'll be the first time I'm, in my posing trunks. I hope they fit, and in front of people. So this is a big deal for me. This is like kind of like competing in a way, because I'll be in front of people, and my trainer Mike Davies is going to take me through the different rounds of comparisons and all that, or the mandatories, and so that should be good as well. The diet is still the same. I think this is my end of my second week. Next week will be my last week, and I can't wait for it to end and get on a new one. But then again, that's what I wanted for this one, and it just, oh man, sometimes I just don't look. Well, a lot of times I don't look forward to my next meal. But I think that's about all there is to report as far as the stuff that's happening kind of outside of the gym, but more importantly, what's the stuff that's happening in here. So another week down, and so far so good.